Alright, so we are not here to show you picture of beautiful beaches or historic landmarks. We're talking about getting paid to live in countries you might not have even heard of before. You know that my pronunciation of these places may sound funny. Well, I'm not against you laughing. Number 1, Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you've ever dreamt of becoming the next Chandler Bing, the city of Tulsa wants you to join their community of remote workers, and they're willing to pay you up to $10,000 to make it happen. But wait, there's more. They're not just throwing money at you and calling it a day. No, they're hooking you up with free desk space and access to all the networking events your little heart desires. Talk about a sweet deal. Of course, there are a few qualifications you will need to meet if you want to become Tulsa's newest resident. You've got to be at least 18 years old and be a full-time remote worker or self-employed outside of Oklahoma. And let's not forget, you've got to be able to pack up and move within the next 12 months. So start Marie Kondoing your apartment now and be eligible to work in the United States of America. 2, Ponga, Honduras. Now, if you've ever dreamt of living in a picturesque village nestled in the northern Spanish countryside, the Ponga, Honduras is offering some serious cash to entice you to stay. Ponga is not just any old village. It's a place of breaking beauty surrounded by stunning mountain ranges and forests as far as the eye can see. And if the scenery alone isn't enough to convince you to stay, how about €3,000 just for settling down there permanently? But wait, there is more. Ponga is also keen to welcome new additions to their communities. So for every baby you have while living there, they will throw in another €3,000. That's right, folks. Have a baby, make some cash, and enjoy the best of both worlds. And let's not forget, Ponga is located in a prime spot surrounded by some of the most beautiful cities in northern Spain. You've got Oviedo, Gion, and Santander, all just a short drive away. Not to mention the famous faces that hail from this part of the world, like Penelope Cruz and Antonio Banderas. So what are you waiting for? Grab your partner, start making babies, and get ready to enjoy the sweet life in Ponga. 3, Gregos. I mean, if you're tired of living in a big city with sky-high rent and a never-ending commute, how about moving to the charming village of Gregos in Teruel, Spain, where they are practically begging for new residents to come and help their schools open. Gregos is just a tiny village with just 132 inhabitants. Well, I believe by now it should be more than that, so they need your help to keep the community thriving. And to sweeten the deal, they are offering 3 whole months of free rent and a guaranteed job if you choose to make the move. But that's not all. Even after the 3 months are up, you will still benefit from low rent at just €225, which is roughly £192 for all you Brits out there. That is an absolutely steal compared to the eye-watering rent you might be paying in the UK. And let's not forget, Gregos is surrounded by some of the most beautiful cities in Spain. You've got Valencia, you've got Zaragoza, and Teruel, all within driving distance. Not to mention the famous faces that hail from this part of the world, like the legendary film director Pedro Almodovar. Well, if this sounds like what you like, it's not a bad idea to move in there. Next, looking at Candela, Italy. Well, this charming town in Puglia is shelling out up to €2,000. That's over £1,800 to entice new residents to settle down and help boost their declining population, which has gone from 8,000 to 2,007. But the pegs don't stop there, because depending on who you move in with, you could receive anywhere from €800, which is about $940 for singles, to €2,000, which is about $2,350 for families of 4. Plus, the town is even considering tax credit for things like trash removal and daycare in the future. Of course, there are some conditions you need to meet to living in Candela: renting a house and having a job that pays at least €7,500, which is about $8,800 a year. But with all that cash in your pockets, who wouldn't want to call this picturesque Italian town home? Well, I want to believe that as a new person here, you've actually subscribed to this channel, and thank you so much for your support. Also, be reminded to turn on the notification bell. Thank you. Now let's go back to the video. Number 4 is Santo Stefano de Sicilio in the Abruzzo region of southern Italy. They are on the hunt for young entrepreneurs to help rejuvenate their aging population. They say the city is offering up to $52,022 for young entrepreneurs who are willing to relocate and start their business in this charming hill town. And to sweeten the deal, they are offering an additional $23,000 to help get your business off the ground. Now we know what you're thinking. Where exactly is Santo Stefano de Sicilio? Well, it is nestled in the province of L'Aquila, surrounded by some of the most beautiful cities in Italy. You've got Rome, you've got Naples, Florence, and within driving distance. And let's not forget the famous people who hail from this region, like the legendary director Federico Fellini. But don't let the glamour of the big city life distract you from the charm of Santo Stefano de Sicilio, which with more than a third of its population over 65 years old, this town is in desperate need of some young blood to inject new life into the community. To be eligible, you need to be 18 years old and under 40 years and must have lived for at least 5 years in Santo Stefano along with operating a business there. So why not take a chance and start a new life in this quaint and historic hill town? Here you have it, folks, how to make money moving to another country. And let me know what you think about this, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.